All right, so we are live. So people, thank you very much for joining me. A lot of respect. Kandoti is already in the house. Thank you very much, Kandoti, for passing through. We have actually a difficult game ahead, and I can say I am not confident. I have to be honest. I am not confident about this one in entirety, but I do think that we can get this one over the line. If we should beat Chelsea, there's still a chance of getting top six. I won't put my hopes on it, but there's still a chance. Now, my guest, DJ's Football, guys, you can go and subscribe to his channel at DJ's Football. The link will be in the description, and also it will be in the pinned comments. But DJ, what do you think about this game?
Well, I think it's what everybody has been saying about the Europa League, that it's a must win
Mm-hmm.
if we want to somewhat achieve top half of the table this season and put a somewhat smile on our faces to a atrocious season. So for me, I
Mm-hmm.
think it's a very important game, and we can't mess about trying anything out of the ordinary in this game because it's
Mm-hmm.
very important.
Yeah, I agree. Remember the last preview I did, I said that I would want to see the youngsters given an opportunity. But in this game, I don't know why, but I'm taking this game literally serious. So I am not looking for any experiments in this game. I'm looking
Yeah.
for solidarity. I'm looking for a team that can definitely win the game for us. So that's what I'm looking for. But the reason why I have a slight concept of Arteta winning this is because the the nature of how we play against the big teams versus how we play against average or below average team. Because let's be honest, we didn't beat Villarreal, but it was on our own cost. We dominated them. We didn't take our chances. So there's a concept that we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot. Kandoti said, let's be real. Chelsea fans that were mad gas on Boxing Day and got smacked. Want to see what's up. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If we should track back to Boxing Day, where we found ourselves in the same situation where Chelsea's on the top of the table, where they were on Boxing Day, and we
Yeah.
were in 10th position where we are right now. So could this literally be the kickstart that we necessarily need? Could this generally be the kickstart that we actually need? I don't know, but there's a cause for it. There's definitely a cause for it, but we'll definitely see how that one goes. But from our last game that we played on Boxing Day, we saw that there are a few things that we could have worked on and better, but we did put in show a good performance. Something I would generally say we don't have,
Yeah.
but we put on a solid enough performance. A bit we can stand out. So on Boxing Day, we did turn up and we did overthrow Chelsea and we did got something from it. And at that particular time, Chelsea was flying as well. No, I don't want people to get this concept that Chelsea was doing totally bad. I don't want people to get that concept that Chelsea was doing totally bad through the
Yeah,
entirety of
they
this game.
weren't good, but they
But they
weren't bad
weren't terrible.
either.
Yeah, they weren't terrible. They weren't as bad as how people are making it seem.
Yeah, I
Because
think the
we
position in the league at the time fooled everybody.
that's exactly no. Thomas Tuchel came in. He got a fairly good side and team. We all should remember that almost 300 million euros. I don't think they're you're going to spend that amount of money on a set of players that are just not good. I think that they start off poorly, and because they start off poorly, um it just kind of fluctuate their performances. But I do think that if we should look at certain things, they was having an off season, but not as bad as what people deem it to be. I don't think it was as bad as people deem it to be. I think they were just having a poor run of form. But there's cause to say. Kandoti said that the media says Kamavinga or and Bisoma are coming. All right, so let me address that. Kamavinga or and Bisoma. We have to be honest. Do we really believe that Mikel Arteta will get the backing that he solely needs? I honestly doubt it. are going to
Well,
put
I
ourselves
did a
in the
video on the same
mm-hmm,
couple of players yesterday, and my thoughts on it really, it's we're not going to get all three. It's either Bissouma,
mm-hmm,
Owa, or it's Bissouma or Kamavinga. I don't think we're going to get all three. We maybe get
mm-hmm.
two, but not all three. And even though Cronky said that Arteta will be back this summer, I don't believe it. We
I
have a
don't.
hundred and 20 million government loan to pay back this month in cash.
Mhm.
So I don't think.
No, I don't think the entirety of the loan is going to be paid back one time. I doubt it. That's not feasible. That's not feasible. I think the loan it's a loan you get a duration to repay. Rolando said we are going to lose 3 goals to 0. That's the general consensus, what everyone wants. But honestly, I have to be honest, I am not confident. I am not confident. I won't say I'm confident, but I don't think that it is that bad that we're just going to turn over and get slapped. I don't think it's that difficult time defeating us. Simeon said, Arsenal can't beat Chelsea. Everyone is actually throwing Arsenal under the bus. Every single fan is throwing Arsenal under the bus, which means that we stand no chance. And because we stand no chance, it is evident that Arsenal will put in a surprise. It is only when we don't stand a chance that Arsenal is likely to put on a good performance. Big up Barnett, what's up, bro? Oh, he's not. I could sort it. I had him. Barnett, are you hearing me? He's not hearing me. But is the mere fact that we don't stand a chance is the main reason why we might win. We play way better when there's no pressure on our backs. Arsenal plays a lot better when we are under no pressure, when we are literally the underdogs. So we played against Villarreal. It's expected that Arsenal should win that one. They turned around and trashed us. they trashed us and kicked us out of Europe. Let me see. Said Chelsea are loaded for the next 2 years at least. They got 3 solid playmakers, and no finisher. That is the reason why they are looking for in the transfer market the likes of Alan and these guys. So Chelsea are in good position. Nitish said, big up Nitish, thank you for passing through a lot of the crazy gooner. Simeon said, what time JF releasing the squad? I don't know, but I have a stream set up for that, and as soon as that is released, I will be going live. We can beat them and keep them out of the top 4 race if they further mess up. I think they will get top 4. I strongly believe they'll get top 4. I think Leicester City might actually fluff their lines and give a good opportunity for Liverpool. We won't win, bro. Sorry to say, all signs point to a 3-0 loss. That's it, Ronaldo. Everything is saying that Arsenal is going to lose this game and maybe get thrashed because we witnessed Chelsea beating Real Madrid. We witnessed Chelsea beating also Manchester City. So obviously Arsenal stands no chance, right? Yeah, that's literally the narrative going around. The crazy goodness said Villarreal didn't trash us. Our team didn't show up in that second leg. Exactly. We didn't. Well, that's true. That's true. Trying to access my microphone. Oh, that's bad, bro. That's bad, bro. I'm not sure what the problem is. Simeon said, you see Chelsea B team against City Saturday. That's not Chelsea B team. Arsenal first team now have half as good. But yes, Simeon, I have to be honest, it's generally a difficult one, and I can't pinpoint where the major issue is with Arsenal Football Club. It's so difficult to pinpoint. But Barnett said we will need this win for hype. Yeah, this win is about bragging rights. Honestly, it's just about bragging rights. So Chelsea are on 64 points. We are on 52. That's like 12 points in front of us. That's literally 12 points in front of us with 3 games to go. We can't catch them back, obviously. Even if they should lose all those games, they are sitting in 3rd position. If we should win this game, we'll move into 8th position on 55 points, level with Everton, but Everton would have a game in hand. But Everton would have a game in hand. But it really, really boils down to the other team's schedule. Let's run through some of the comments. Leicester schedule is crazy. Exactly. So that's what I'm talking about. It's difficult to pinpoint that any and everyone of the tight schedule that most of the teams have. So it's not like people are just going to turn up and win games. The good thing about it is that after we play Chelsea, we have Chelsea, then we have Crystal Palace, and then Brighton. So relatively by cause, we should at least win those games. By cause, we should at least win those games. And that would actually put us in a comfortable position. But I am Nikish, you're not the crazy gooner. I am the crazy gooner. I am definitely the crazy gooner, bro. If suppose Arsenal beat Chelsea, what will then the reaction towards Arteta will be from our fan base? I think the fan base will still be angry. The fan base will definitely still be angry. I can't see the fan base actually moving like they accepted Arteta as all of us sit. But with Arteta beating Tuchel, that would mean Arteta actually beat all the top managers in the league. Every single one of them. And that's, as I said, it's bragging rights. Roland said, I know exactly where Arsenal problem is. Midfield and manager. Yeah, the two M and M. Chelsea has an FA Cup final in 2 days, post our game. People are forgetting that. Yeah. But do you think that Chelsea would use a lesser squad? I kind of doubt it. I really doubt it. I don't want this stupid conference league. It's not what we want, Andoti. It's not what we want. It's what we deserve. I believe that in football, you play football based off merit, and you achieve based off merit. So if you have quality players, you merit good results. If you play good football, you merit good results. If you win games, you merit an opportunity to win a trophy. If you consistently win games, so it's all about merit. It is a B team practically. If you know Chelsea lineup, then you know it's a second string team. Even City sent out a weakened team. Yeah, and that's also a fact because City also sent out a weakened team. So, Steven said, big up military. Arsenal are being given no chance, so you know they'll pull off a win. Typical Arsenal, do what they don't expect to win. And when they shouldn't lose, they should win. Exactly. We tend to do the opposite. That's Arsenal. Simeon said Leicester City coming to Old Trafford. Whoa, Leicester City going to Old Trafford? That would be a good game. I would venture for Leicester City to win that one because I want to keep Liverpool out of the top half, out of the top four. What do you think about that, Dylan? What do you think about keeping Liverpool out of the top four?
Yeah, I would love Liverpool out of the top four. I'm getting too many banter from a Liverpool fan. So I would love them out of the top four.
Liverpool fans are having a poor season and they're bantering people. So and have a rough fixtures going to the back end of the season. Tottenham also have a difficult season. Everton, Tottenham, and Liverpool have difficult fixtures going to the back end of the season. They will be facing each other, and that literally opens opportunity for Arsenal to creep up the line. But will we do that? I doubt. I really, really doubt we'll do anything like that because this is Arsenal. This is how we operate. We don't like success. Wait, Arteta not beat City in the league? No. Arteta didn't beat City in the league. It was last year he beat
in the
City
FA Cup.
Was it last year? No, in the
No,
FA
it was
Cup,
in
yeah.
the FA Cup. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take more than a win over Chelsea to get the fans back. I've seen too many piss poor performances this year to be happy about anything. Exactly. No, Arsenal is the reason why we as fans are so demotivated. We just lackluster. We don't want to carry on. And it is becoming very, very difficult as a fan base to let me see. to really move around to certain aspect of the game. I'm going to drop the link. A few people asking me for the link, so I'll dropping the link. So it's becoming a bit more difficult for us as fans to really run through certain things. But there's still a concept that we have. I think that's what kills us hope of us getting something out of this season. And I think that is Arsenal fan base biggest problem. Barney said, rather focus on the league next year than get distracted by Conference League. What are the winner for the? What's the winner? What does the winner get for that? Anyways, I think you get to go in Europa League. You get an opportunity to go in Europa League. Nishi said, I want Leicester City out of the top 4 because they are chasing our target. That helps us or somehow win the cause. Yeah, but it goes to show that we're not doing proper recruiting. We're not doing proper recruiting. And because we're not doing proper recruiting, any and every team can literally turn up and beat us. Because we're not doing proper recruiting. It boils down to recruiting. And I see us doing something right now. For example, we know Kamavinga, Yves Bissouma, and all these names are even have been thrown around in the media basket. And because it has been thrown around in the media basket, Arsenal fan base gets so hyped up about what is going to happen. When really and truly, do those players really suit the system that we want to play?
I think this Wenger mentality needs to retire this season, and we need to move forward. I think we have a young team. We have Smith Rowe, Saka, Saliba, Gabriel, Tierney, and we have a couple good youngsters that can be promoted the coming season. So we have a very young team. So I think we need to retire from this Wenger thing where we play excellent football and focus more on the players on the pitch, because if we can properly structure a couple of youngsters in our first team, we can build around them. I think someone was saying it to me the other day that we should build players around Saka, Smith Rowe, and Tierney, especially because he's a leader and he has won things before. So we need to build players around them.
Yeah. I agree. I can't say I disagree with that. I totally agree with that. For us to be for us to progress any further, we need a structure and a system. We need something that we can say, this is what we want to go on. Barney said, I don't want Arsenal to play in Europe next season. We should focus on one thing, that's top 5. And that is one thing I would say. I think we should focus on the rebuild. And definitely try to get into the top 4 position. So we had this mentality that we're going to go into Champions League, and because we're going into Champions League and we're going to get an influx of money, and with that influx of money, we can go into the transfer market and purchase a few players. When we're in the Champions League, we get an influx of money, then go into Champions League and purchase players. That's literally, you want to go into the Champions League to rebuild. You can't rebuild inside of the Champions League. You can't rebuild inside of Champions League. So this step back definitely is to prove to us that we need to start the step back, make 2 step back, and then you can push forward. I believe that's how it goes. Big up Riley. Thank you for coming in. You have to consider your structure and all those things before you can even think about going forward. So we won't waste any more time. We've been lavishing here for the last 19 minutes, literally. So I'm going to go straight into the team setup. As you know, we love to talk about formation and also team setup. But I knew that for the longest while I've been speaking about the 4-3-3 formation, 4-2-3-1 formation. But I'm gonna switch it up a bit. Beyond the post, thank you for coming in. How are you, bro? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. And as I was saying, I would prefer Leicester out of the top 4 because if you've seen, they are chasing some of the same players that we are. And even though we may not be in Europe, at least we have a chance with them being in Europa and us probably being in the Conference League. But
Mm-hmm.
if they are in the Champions League, then our chances of signing those players become even lesser. So
Mm-hmm.
that is
We
one of the
never had a
reasons.
chance. Sorry to cut you behind the post, but we never really had a chance.
No,
Nobody
I'm talking about the chance to sign some
looking
other
at
players.
Arteta to Rodgers. Nobody really Arteta is not really going to attract the players that Leicester are attracting. Like they signed Somori. Arteta is going to sign Somori. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need the manager at Leicester City helps with their signings as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he isn't doing anything great with respect to Champions League. He's been twice in top four positions. If he falls down again, I think then he can't. He's not good enough to get Champions League, even if he has the players, because he's done it last season. If he does it again this season, he's probably at best Europa League level.
No, but remember that Leicester's team, James Maddison got injured as well. They suffered a serious injury. Um, they suffered a lot of injuries last season as well, closing to the end of the season. So that was a major factor as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same thing this season because majority of their players were out. Fafana was injured. Madison is injured now. So yeah, it's a very big factor. Ian Nacho is there. We have to play a three at the back now because the players are out.
Yeah. Yeah, those are solid factors in what we want to do moving forward. But we also have to consider art. I understand that there's a lot of um there's a lot of ideas going around that we should do this, we should do that. But we still are not looking at the factors that affect Arsenal Football Club. No, there's so much things happening behind closed door that I heard Mikel Arteta kind of hinting on it, that there's things happening that and more things to be done. And I think he's actually throwing shades at players. So we might likely see a lot of players leaving this summer. And
Arteta throws a lot of shades on players. And for me, for one, Granit Xhaka, when he got that red card, he protected him so well, but threw Pepe under the bus. Arteta,
no,
for
you remember
me,
the
I
second
don't.
time he did protect Pep.
Yeah,
The
because the
second
He did.
fans murdered him online. So yeah, he had protected Pepe, but he
He didn't
throws a
protect
lot of.
Zaka. He said it was worse than Pepe's red card. He said it in the full statement. People have not read that statement properly. That is the problem. He said Zaka the first time when Zaka got the red card. He said that the red card was worse than Pepe's because we were in a position where we should be winning this game, and we
Yeah,
could have won it. So that was the official statement. But the problem is that the fan base has highlighted the fact what he said after that, that
yeah.
it was passion as well that took over him. But he
Mm-hmm.
before that he said the red card was worse, and that was the title of the articles that were being released out as well. That he said it is passion, even though if you read the full statement that was mentioned by him, he clearly mentions that this is worse than the Pepe red card.
So there are two different concepts. If you read the press conference and the articles that come out, there are
Mm-hmm.
two different statements.
No, the articles
No,
quoted him.
the thing about it,
Yeah.
Delon, is this: the media. I mean, this is especially at Arsenal fans. Remember, you have to remember that 90% of the Arsenal fan base at this point want Mikel Arteta out. So it is natural that they will highlight the negative part and make that seems more evident that that is a narrative that is being brought across. That's how we are. That's how the fan base is. So they are going to bring across the more negative aspect of anything Arteta say than the positive thing. So I think that's just the narrative of media and just the narrative of the fan base right now because we want Arteta out. Well, the general populace like you, Delano, but not me. I still see potential and I see a lot of things to be done before I even talk about Mikel Arteta.
Yeah,
All right,
and
let
I'll
me
just
show you
add one
something.
funny thing. Can I just add
Yeah.
one funny thing there? The people are saying that Arteta has ruined Thomas Partey completely. The guy hasn't been fit for 4 or 5 league games, more than 4 or 5 consecutive league games. So he's
Mm-hmm.
And
not
whose
played
fault
enough.
is that?
He's been injured.
How is it that Mikel Arteta ruined Thomas Partey?
He's come to Arsenal as an injured player. He's gotten fit. He's then
No,
again
no,
played a
no. He
few
wasn't
He
games.
was not
injured.
injured when he came.
He was not injured. He didn't play subsequent amount of games. He wasn't injured. But
He was injured when he was
when he
bought.
came, Arteta rushed him into the team without giving him a proper full preseason to get his match sharpness. He just put him straight in the team. He got injured and then rushed him back again. He got injured and then he trying to push him to go and defend when he's injured.
All right, listen.
He's playing him in a position to cover the likes of Granit Xhaka and Ceballos, both who cannot defend.
All right, let me tell you something that came from Thomas Partey's mouth himself. He said that um, he didn't expect the league to be like this physical. We have to remember that Thomas Partey is coming from La Liga, despite his structure, despite his stature, and all those type of things. We have to remember that he's coming from a La Liga where it's not the
it's all technicality.
league. Yeah, so when he's in the Premier League now, he's expecting like the same technicality, the same slow pace. It's not like that in the Premier League. So literally, he actually needed time to adjust. But
and that's what I was saying, that Arteta never gave him the
you can't say
games
that.
to give
Arteta
him
gave him
match
a lot
speed.
of games. The moment Thomas Partey is fit, Thomas Partey is in the team lineup.
Yeah.
What should have happened is this: maybe game management pull him some of the games. But remember now, throughout the entirety of this season, there was quite a few games that we were winning comfortably. So what chance are there to pull a Thomas Partey out of your team when we're on the ropes?
It's called game management and sacrifices, and
so
Arteta doesn't have the balls to do those things, and that is what I don't like.
When Thomas Partey and Elneny were playing well together, they were the guys who were starting. But eventually, after that, Thomas Partey got injured, and when he came back in the Spurs game, see, it was an important game, and he had cleared around 3 medical tests as per the Arsenal official website as well. He was fit. He was not match fit because he hadn't played any games, but he was fit before the Europa League fixture that we were about to play that week. So he wasn't played in that game. He was directly brought into the Spurs game. Now, unfortunately, he got injured again during that game, which is another topic of discussion completely, whether he should have gone down or whether he should have just walked off. But the point is, I know he should have gone down, but that will again raise
but
a
the
debate.
referee wouldn't stop the game because
they're in.
He wouldn't. It wasn't a head injury, so he wouldn't stop the game, and Spurs would not kick.
The referee would know.
Spurs would not put the ball out of play for Thomas Partey.
The ball was in Spurs box. The ball was in Spurs box. Anyways.
But it's the first phase of transition. They're not. Referee is not going to pull the attack back, and it's not a head injury.
Not in a dangerous area.
Yeah.
Because the ball is not in a dangerous area for us. That is, remember, Spurs had the ball, and they were in their own half. Seeing a player down at that point in time, there's no threat, there's no danger.
And I'll give you the example where it happened. Yeah, in the second time when we faced Spurs, Son went down in his own box. He was injured, and the referee immediately stopped the game when we were carrying it out. He went down, just watched the second fixture, the reverse fixture that we had. Son went down injured in the box. The referee immediately stopped the game, even though we had carried the ball on the right wing. I think it was, I don't remember who, I think it was Chambers, I guess, or Bellerin. Someone had carried the ball from the right wing, and they immediately stopped the game because Son had just gone down holding his hands up. So if Partey did that, the game would have stopped because the ball was in their box. It was with their on the defensive side.
So the narrative swing both ways. I'm going to run through some of the comments. Big up from Guna World. I have no confidence against Chelsea. We are going to get slapped. Big up X. Steven said, no matter what, he's better than Arteta in Europe. That's
Brendan Rodgers.
Tierney was said that he has been told to leave. I doubt that. Tierney said, oh, big up military, not Arsenal topic related. You have any idea about the player sheet? Tierney, I'll be doing a video on that later, so hopefully you can tune in for that. I haven't got the information as yet, but as soon as I do, I'll be doing a video for it immediately. Condotti said we were trash over both games. They picked us apart in the first half of the game, and they won the time more. They wanted the time more than us.
Yeah,
that's the time exactly. If Arsenal were to sell some players this summer, who would be the first on the list to go? I think Xhaka, Bellerin, Elneny, Holding.
I think Arteta should be on the list to go.
So you're saying that Holding was been at the club for like 7 or 8 seasons now, which was not.
That's Rob Holding. That Rob Holding, yeah.
Pick up Joshua.
I remember Arsenal fans telling me that Arteta gave Holding a new deal to protect his value.
Yes,
But
exactly.
somehow Rob Holding is not on the transfer list. So how is that protecting him?
Hold on. Who know about the transfer list?
They put it out. Guendouzi, Maitland-Niles, Willock. The
It's not
journalists.
Arsenal club put out the transfer list.
No,
It
when was
not
this?
Arsenal club.
Yeah, they didn't put it out now.
Rumored by journalists making speculation. This is how the media works. Then they're putting out names that are obviously going away. Names that they're not sure about, they won't risk it. For example, they're going to put Eddie Nketiah because they know the fan go, so that swings the narrative.
But Eddie's not on it.
Huh?
Bellerin is on it.
Okay.
Leno is on it.
So I've never seen this. I've never seen
a lot
this
of fans.
before. I'm going to tell you who's on the list, and I've never seen this list before. I'm going to create a list out of my head because I'm going to work off narrative. Bellerin, because he was linked to go to PSG and Barcelona. Bellerin and Nketiah would be on the list. I assume that they will say Ceballos is going back to Real Madrid. I also assume that Odegaard is leaving as well. He's not going to stay. I assume that assumption that David Luiz won't resign, in which I believe he will resign. And I assume that Lacazette will be going. So they are saying a narrative that everyone actually knows.
Yeah, but most of those players are not on the list.
So that's the list, right?
No, Nketiah is not on the list.
Is that on the list to go?
No, David Luiz is not on the list.
So who is on the list?
They are saying Willock is on the list. Guendouzi, Torreira, Maitland-Niles, Bernd Leno, Bellerin as well.
So
could be leaving
these
as
are
well.
these are all the players that have
players,
already mentioned either they want to go.
I would expect not to leave. Just one of those players. And so every other player, they're either on loan at other clubs, which is Willock on loan. It's clear that Newcastle wants to keep Willock. It is clear that Arteta and Guendouzi have issues. So
but Arsenal said they are open to sell Joe Willock for 30-something mil.
Our media person.
No, Arsenal said it. They put out a statement.
Arsenal are ready. I know this. Arsenal are ready to sell Joe Willock if they get a good offer for him.
I think it was 30-something mil.
Stated from Arsenal themselves are just media personnel, like the journalists.
I think it was Edu who made the statement.
Yeah, I think the statement had come out. I don't remember who exactly, but yes.
I definitely would have to read that statement for myself.
See, the thing is,
I don't think Arsenal would want to sell a player and come openly and say that they're going to sell a player, because when you do that, you kill literally the value of the player.
And I think
that is marketing.
I'll just say one thing. I think some of these players that have been mentioned, they were listed during January. They were listed during the January window, and some of these are repeat names that they have taken, and some of them, the other ones are obvious. It is still not certain whether Lucas Torreira will actually be gone in the summer window or not. It is still not certain whether we'll be actually selling Willock or we'll be keeping him for one more year and then seeing what happens. It is Niles is more or less maybe a certainty to leave. Eddie Nketiah is one of the top people that will possibly leave because of the reason either he'll go on loan or be sold this time because Balogun has extended. So that shows that Eddie should be one of those guys that should be on this list, either to go on loan or at least be sold. David Luiz, again, we know David Luiz could extend because it's just going to be a one-year deal. And with respect to Rob Holding, I agree with you. Rob Holding was linked with Newcastle. The extension does not mean that he's going to be here long term. His value still remains intact because of that extension, and we can still sell him if there is an offer.
Delan, all right. Hold on, Delan, your narrative is that we signed Rob Holding to keep him. And
that is exactly what it is.
Huh?
That is exactly what it is. We signed him to keep him, protecting his value. I've seen Messi. Messi doesn't sign a new contract. His value is the same.
That's Lionel
Rob
Messi.
Holding is not Messi.
That's Lionel Messi. Ronaldo and Messi, even when they retire, their value will remain the same. Delana, listen to what I'm saying now. It is us as fans going into this transfer market, Rob Holding leaving on a free. We same fan will be saying that it's Arsenal doing the same thing over and over again, leaving alone players.
No, I think he had 2 years left
and leave on free. We are the fans. We the fan base will be saying that.
Can I
That is
ask
what
one
Arsenal are
question?
moving away from. Allowing players to run down their contract and then leave on a free.
No, but he had
That's
Can
2 years
what Arsenal
left on his deal. He had 2 years left.
can I
Oh,
ask just one
Rob
question?
Holding.
no,
He
this
wasn't.
is
He
the last
wasn't
year.
on the. No, he had 2 years left. They
I'm
extended.
telling you, I am telling you, go and check it right now. Go on transfer market and check it right now. This was his last season.
Nah, this
Emil
wasn't
Smith
his
Rowe's
last
last.
season.
This is Emil Smith Rowe last season. Saka last season. Martinelli last season. And going to the 2021 season. The 2021 season is Lacazette's last season. This is the reason why they re-signed Martinelli. And Emil Smith Rowe is being re-signed right now. And also Olded. Last season, all players on their last season, Ozil, Kolasinac, Socrates, Mustafi. No, Kolasinac has one more season. So they try to push these players out of the club as fast as possible. But what I'm saying is, if we allow these players to run, Mesut Ozil contract has run down, right? And I can guarantee you that fan base will still say that we don't get any money for Ozil. But yet still, all of us wanted him to leave. That is how we are. That is what we do as fans. We patronize everything that the club does. If they do the right thing, we beat them. They do the wrong thing, we crucify them. That is how we operate. Because we are acting off our emotions. We like a player, he should not leave. We love a player, he should play every single game. Even when he's not doing anything, we're saying continue to play him into form. When we're losing, those things just don't make any sense. Maybe I'm looking at it the wrong way. Behind the post. Am I looking at it the wrong way?
No, see, with respect to Rob Holding, the reason he was, I think, linked to Newcastle is because he was heading into his final season. And once there are only 6 months left, you can negotiate with any club a pre-contract and just leave for free. So I think that is why he was given that new contract. The other thing is, if Guendouzi is on the list, why isn't William Saliba on the list? The fan base thinks that
everyone says Arteta hates Saliba.
Yeah, he hates him, and everyone says that he'll be gone. But why is he not on the list then?
Why Martinelli is not on the list as well? Because everyone says Arteta hates Martinelli. Martin Keown came out publicly and said that Arteta doesn't like Martinelli. Why is Martinelli on the list?
I don't think he doesn't like Martinelli. I think Arteta doesn't like to win. Because if he wanted to win, he wouldn't play Granit Xhaka at left back when he knows Saka can play at left back.
So,
no, in fact, Granit Xhaka.
The season, right? The season has been a really, really rough one. Now, would you sacrifice your future players such as Martinelli, Saka, Emil Smith Rowe for one season when they have a bright future for the next 10 years? Would you sacrifice one season for the next 10 years of their career?
Pep took Fabian Delph out of midfield and played him at left back when Benjamin Mendy was injured.
Mm-hmm.
And he played there and Manchester City was successful and then they binned him.
Mm-hmm.
So
who's playing that Manchester City left back right now?
Zinchenko. And he's also a midfielder as well.
He's a midfielder. So why is he playing that left back?
Because they don't have a suitable left back.
Do you know the left back that they sold last year?
Angelino.
Yeah.
Right now? Crazy thing of Leipzig. That's what I'm telling you. Managers make decisions. It does not mean that they make the wrong decision. Some of the time, we as fans, we don't look at what the managers do on the manager's perspective. Specific type of player playing at left back. A specific type of player playing
at left back. All right, so you're the manager, right? You don't.
Mm-hmm.
Your left back is injured. You're going to play Granit Xhaka at left back.
If listen to what I'm saying. When you notice Granit Xhaka playing at left back, right? So quite so often we turn into a back three, allowing Granit Xhaka to be the third centre back. We transition to a back three, back four. So there'll be no reason for Granit Xhaka.
That is why we lost against Everton and against Villarreal because Granit Xhaka was at left. Richarlison was turning Xhaka inside out, and what? He couldn't keep up, and he left Richarlison to run away, and then Leno caused
that was such a poor cross. That should have never been a goal. We dominated the Everton game. We dominated the Newcastle game where Xhaka was playing left back and controlling and commanding every move that was being made.
Dominated the Villarreal game as well, the first leg, and we didn't score.
We dominate games, but we still lose. That is what I'm saying. You don't play a person who can't defend at left back because they're left footed.
The two goals that went in against Villarreal, one was a corner, Rob Holding mistake again, and before that also there was an error by Dani Ceballos who gave that corner away.
I told people that before we played Villarreal that what's the academy's kid name? Joe Lopez. He should have been starting at left back when Tierney was injured.
Come on, bro.
To put him in.
Joe Lopez is not ready. Come on, bro. Joe Lopez is not ready. Joe Lopez he doesn't have the physical structure. He's a lightweight.
Zinchenko is not physical. Zinchenko is not physical. Saka is physical. Saka is not physical.
Zinchenko has been playing in the Premier League for like almost 2 seasons now.
But he's not physical, so you need the attacking aspect of the left back.
No, Zinchenko is not played because he's over attacking. Cancelo is the more attacking fullback. Zinchenko is played because he's better with the ball and he's more stable and stationary with respect to defensive work. Cancelo
There's
pushes
no way
forward
you're going
a
to
lot.
look and say Cancelo is better attacking than Zinchenko.
Yes, Cancelo is more attacking.
Cancelo, of course.
Zinchenko is a midfielder.
No, but Cancelo does more attacking. Look at his output.
Cancelo is more attacking, but he is out of position a lot of times. That is why Zinchenko was played there, because they didn't want to attack too much from the left-hand side. And even if they would, then Zinchenko would recover and come back, and he was kind of fresh because he had more energy. He hadn't played too many games.
Why do you think Saka broke into our first team? Because Unai Emery didn't have any wingers. That is why Saka came into this first.
But Saka didn't break in at the wing. It's left back.
Exactly. But he played on the wing.
Lopez get the opportunity then over Saka to play at left back.
And one thing I just want to ask, why would you play Lopez when Tierney is ready to play, even though he can't play the entire 90?
Tierney was injured.
He played well for the 70-odd minutes. It's just that we didn't finish our chances.
Bring a player in at match fit for a Europa League semi-final.
See, the thing is, Tierney wouldn't be playing if...
You want to bring a youth player?
Tierney wouldn't be playing if Xhaka didn't get injured.
The guy has been in the academy for a good while now, and he was there before Saka got his opportunity before him, and this guy's a natural left back. Guys, so why not bring him in? The thing is, we don't know the
Yeah, I'm gonna read some of the comments. Games. I read that one already. We had a slightly better second leg, but we got owned in the first game. Yeah, we didn't take our chances. Big up Joshua Kid. Mikel Arteta wasn't an Arsenal player. Would we give him so many chances? If it was any other club, they would have fired him already. But the thing about it is that it's not us as fans are giving him the chance. It's actually the board, the same person that hired him, the same person that tell.
It's the same fan base, because fans are tweeting now, trust the process. But the Arsenal social media teams are looking at that and saying, all right, the fans are giving him a chance. Let us keep him. If the fans are tweeting out saying, we don't want this process, sack Arteta.
I doubt it.
The biggest Arsenal fan channel on YouTube is AFTV, and all of them guys are Arteta in.
No, they're not. They are already Arteta out.
When we wanted a manager, right? When Unai Emery was fired, the entire fan base was saying Allegri. The entire fan base was saying Allegri and Benitez. Why is there no Allegri and Benitez in Arsenal if they are listening to the fan base?
No, they didn't want to come.
The thing is with Allegri doesn't like the climate at England, hence why I think he doesn't come.
No, he rejected Arsenal because of the budget. We don't give them the budget. They don't get the budget.
Too, but he doesn't like the climate at England. He said it himself.
So what give you guys confidence that right now, if the club should sack Arteta, that these same guys that employed Arteta will go out and get a manager who's going to request a big budget, who's going to demand things.
The thing is, we're saying we should back Arteta. I don't see why we should back Arteta. if we're going to back a manager, back a proven manager. You cannot back a rookie who doesn't know his best starting 11 or have a set formation or
You
have
know,
a style of play. He
Azari,
cannot game
Azari just
manage
sorry,
and he
sorry.
can player manage as well.
Azari just said something very funny. Allegri doesn't know English. Imagine Allegri taking over and he comes in his first press conference, and says, "Good evening."
Let me run through some of the comments. Party played the first 2 games for Atletico this season, then left. Burnley not on the list. Lucas Torre on the list. Arsenal, Alex, big up, bro. Depressing times. The names being put out for transfer are just
Educated guesses.
educated guesses. The press media love to do articles on Arsenal because they know they'll get views and clicks. That's exactly Arsenal and Manchester United. You will get views and clicks. When we're playing through at the back, didn't Granit Xhaka drop in at left back when defending? Yes, he plays the left-sided defender. Yes, Leicester City is signed Arsenal transfer target or is next. Joe Lopez is a noodle. They say Allegri can't talk English.
Bielsa can speak English as well.
Yeah. So we need a new board. We need a new board, literally. Guys, I'm going to go into the starting lineup. We have been here for so long, I didn't even realize we have been here for so long. So I'm going to go into the formation and see what we can do from here. For me, people, I want us to transition into the 4-3-3 formation. We have been playing the 4-4-2-3-1 formation for the entire season. I want to see us transition into the 4-3-3 formation right now. So people, we start off with the goalkeeper. So news coming out that Burnley wants to leave. Do you think we should still start him?
I don't see the sense we are starting him, to be honest.
He's starting Leno so that he's hoping that he can retain him. I think Leno was angry about the fact, he was pissed about the fact that he was dropped for one of the league games and Matt Ryan came in. So I think that was one of the reasons why he was unhappy. And
but Leno was shite. So how did he expect himself to be picked? He shouldn't even be here. Martinez should have been the number 1. But again, we made a mistake. Matt Ryan for me should start.
So here, this is from a neutral fan. He said, bless up military in Delano, just checking in. Arsenal need to go and do the rebuild. This is from
I agree with that, Marlon.
So how are we going to rebuild when and the board won't hire an experienced manager because even if we let go of Arteta, the board won't hire an experienced man. I don't. So what next?
The thing is for me, the fan base were all in trust the process. The same process that was run by the owner, they now want out. So why, when Wenger was sacked or when Emery was sacked, nobody was saying they want the owner out? That is what I don't understand. Why did it take so long for the fan base to come on par and say the owner is the problem?
That's just Arsenal fan base. No, but now we have realized, because we tend to turn a blind eye to things that really affect us. Because we look at immediate issue. So, for example, Arteta is the immediate issue. So we are all looking at Arteta right now. But
because other clubs in the league have horrible owners, for instance, Newcastle and even West Ham.
Yeah, but look at their recruiting system. Look at Leicester City. Leicester City are recruiting. They're not going for the big names being mentioned on the market. They're going for some elite players that they know can grow and become better. That when they're ready to sell, they have big money coming in. That's what we should be doing. We're looking at Kamavinga.
No, I think we're bigger than that.
Huh?
I think we're bigger than that. I think we should just do what Chelsea did. Fix the academy and start making our money from there.
That is where we go wrong. When we as fans say that we're bigger than certain things, no. First of all, we are not bigger than Championship. No team in the Premier League is bigger than the Championship. It's too big to get relegated. None.
But remember, Wenger was selling his best players, and it ended up costing him his job because he wasn't getting the finances.
Okay, so you expect a new manager to come in and get finances?
I don't think they will get the finances. But for me, you're saying that we should buy young players and sell them.
I think Arteta, I'm not saying buy young players. I'm talking about the rebuilding process. With the young players, so for example, if we're going to fully start the rebuilding process, this would be now the opportunity to give Joe Lopez game time. to let him develop, to see if he can hit the heights. If not, we can actually sell him because he gets sufficient game time in first team. So that's what I'm talking about. So guys, who would you play at right back for this game?
Cedric.
Cedric, behind the post. You agree with that?
I think Chambers will play. He didn't play. He didn't play in the last game, so I think he could play.
All right. So
Chambers played against West Brom, didn't he?
Did he?
No.
I think it was.
Hector Bellerin played.
Yeah, Bellerin played. If I'm not
wrong. David
Luiz
as well, because that was the game David Luiz got injured, right?
The West Brom game.
It wasn't that. Yeah.
No, Chambers played against West Brom.
No, I think it was Gabriel who played the West Brom game alongside Saka. I think Chambers started. Bellerin was on the bench.
Chambers started that one. I just checked. So, okay, but I would still go with Chambers.
Saka, I would put Saka at left back.
I would play Cedric there because I would rest Saka. Saka needs rest. He's not rested at all.
The season's finished.
Saka
no, I know.
When Saka needed rest, we didn't rest him. So why rest him now when it's crucial?
No, what I mean to say is rest as in he shouldn't play as left back. He should play forward because left back is tiring because he has to run up and down the wings. If Tierney is fit, I would play Tierney.
No, that is where the manager comes in. Saka would play right at the byline there and sit.
Yeah,
remember
this is Chelsea, right? So Chelsea would have a bit of the possession. But the reason why I would play Saka is because we want the most dangerous players on the pitch.
Yeah.
We don't want an embarrassment.
We don't want to play a right footer on the left hand side who has to cut in and cross. We need a left footer who plays the left back role on that side.
Okay, so I agree with Saka and left back. Do you think who would be centre back pairing?
I would say it has to be Holding and Gabriel because Mari's still injured and Luiz is done for the season, so it has to be them two.
Yeah. So it's Mari and Gabriel, right?
Yeah.
Right, so Steven said I would have taken Rafa before Arteta. He would have stabilized the team, the club, and got us heading back into the right direction. He would have been a set of safe hands for the first few years. Yeah, I agree with that. Barnett said a 4-3-3. Leno was dropping on his head. Maybe that he knocked out all of his senses. Barnett said Leno, Tierney, Gabriel.
Even I was saying
Mari is still out. He still have the ankle injury. So it's Holding and Gabriel.
Yeah.
Worst pairing in the world.
And Party. And then Phil Jones said, to be honest, even Eddie can do a better job than Arteta. Oh, they're slashed. I think Elneny plays well with Party. He has a lot of more confidence playing better passes and attacking football because
I think him. Yeah, because you just need the Gilberto and Vieira pattern that Wenger had where one go forward and one sits. So I think Elneny and Party complements that.
If Elneny can improve his passing during preseason, his passing range and a bit more free-flowing football, then I think he can be our first choice midfielder along with Thomas Partey. Unless we buy someone better.
I don't want to see Mohamed Elneny in our midfield. This is 2021.
Who you guys said pair with Gabriel?
Holding.
Rob Holding.
He's the only choice, unfortunately.
But I think Mari and Holding are the better pairing.
Mari isn't fit.
Mari and Holding shouldn't even be in this squad.
Yeah. But guess what? We this season we have been having a horrible defensive problem. So who would you guys use at the central defensive midfielder? The person who's going to sit and cover the defense.
I think you'd have to use 2 CDMs and a cam.
2 CDMs?
Yeah, and a cam.
Because
Party and
Chelsea, right? Chelsea will be playing. So we need
they'll play now.
Extra protection.
And they want to dominate the midfield as well.
So
I don't think they'll be playing Kante, but we can use it.
I think they're more go with Jorginho and Kovacic for
Steven said
for possession.
Rejects Arsenal. I don't blame him. We're going down. He wants to go up.
Yeah. Moving from Stadarems to Arsenal is a downgrade.
Yeah, of course. Right now it's a downgrade. We have to be honest as Arsenal fans. It is a downgrade. So we have Thomas Partey and
and Mohamed El Nani.
El Nini.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see that Spanish fidget spinner Danny Ceballos in my team.
So the attacking three, who would you guys use at the attacking three?
Smith Rowe.
And the attacking beyond the post, you agree with that?
I think I would. Who else is there? Pepe is on the right, left.
Odegaard.
I would give Odegaard. I would give Odegaard.
For me, Odegaard has played.
Might leave, so we want to give our youngsters the opportunity to take
and
their
the thing
shine.
is, Odegaard hasn't been a shining light since he has been here. So
No. See, it's after the injury. Before the injury, it was really shining.
Yeah, but he has had a couple of underrating games. So Smith Rowe gets in. He's on form as well. So why break the kid's confidence?
On the right hand side, we all know who is. It has to be the Maverick.
Yes.
It has to be the Maverick.
Over
on the left hand side, people.
Gabriel Martinelli. I don't know why Mikel Arteta played him at striker when clearly he's not ready to play the striker role.
No, you see, that is what I'm talking about as fans. When
I never wanted Martinelli. I never wanted
Arteta starts, the fan base is raving. Why not Gabriel play up front? But when,
in the Europa League.
Exactly. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but that's the thing. He had no other choice. He had choices.
So that's what I'm talking about, bro. It's very difficult for the manager to please the fans when the fans themselves don't know what they want.
All right, why didn't Aubameyang started?
He was where?
In the West Brom game where and Martinelli on the left wing.
In Newcastle, Martinelli lead the line in Newcastle game.
Oh, he's talking about the West Brom game.
The West Brom game. Why didn't Aubameyang start it up front? And Martinelli on the left.
West Brom game that Martinelli started?
Yeah, it was the West Brom game.
Because the thing is...
Aubameyang led the line at Newcastle.
No, the thing is, Aubameyang was still not 100%. He was just trying to get match fitness to play against Villarreal. He wasn't. I don't think he was brought on even as a substitute in the last game because of the same reason. The only reason he was rushed in during the Villarreal game because they wanted goals and they needed their captain back. Even though he's not much of a captain, but at least he was our top goal scorer last season. Yeah, he couldn't play full 90 minutes. That is why he was taken off at 80. I don't understand why the fan base was complaining
he was taken off at the 80th minute.
Yeah, 80th. The Villarreal game, and then he didn't play full 90 minutes in the Newcastle game as well.
The thing is, for me, Arteta should adapt to bad situations. So in players are out, he changed the formation. He keeps sticking with this 4-2-3-1, and he doesn't have the personnel to fit the system. Change the system and protect the players as what Thomas Tuchel did. Because Rudiger and Christensen aren't the best centre backs in the world. Let's be honest. But he came and transformed it from a back 4 to a back 3 and protect them.
No, I'll just add a couple of things. See, the thing is, that is something what Arteta did last season as well himself. But Tuchel will also change that and get into his own formation and system eventually. The main thing is that if you remember the Villarreal second leg, we played a 4-1-4-1 because of the fact that Xhaka was injured. So the formation was changed. And the other thing is, Aubameyang was played in that game as well because we needed him, and we could have actually won that game if he actually just scored those 2 shots that he hit on the post. But anyways, going back to the last game again, Aubameyang was not played because he's not fully fit yet. But he was brought into that Villarreal game because we were desperate to win that game and we wanted to go through. With respect to
but if you're saying that for match fitness, West Brom would have been the perfect game for that.
No, now the season is over. If we had a final, if we had a final, then he would have probably played a few minutes in the West Brom game as well.
He's going away to play for Gabon, I think, for the Euros. So the West Brom game would have been perfect for him.
No, the thing is,
remember, we don't know the situation, right? We still don't know the situation, so we're just literally speculating. So, let me run through some of the comments before.
No, my reaction was for Gabon with AFCON Euros. That is
by quality players after get world record fee for them. Okay, so buy quality players and then sell them for world record fee. Pepe, for his lack of game time, have never gotten getting a good run of games. Still managed to get a few goals and assists. I rate Pepe and don't get why Arteta doesn't play more.
Yeah, I don't get that too.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Pepe, I think some people are saying that he's, SIT, SHIT, I should say, because the defense, most teams in the Premier League play a low block. For instance, Burnley,
Mm-hmm.
and they kind of close the space. For West Brom, they kind of opened up. So you see where Pepe had the opportunity to,
To do more.
cut in and ping that shot. So for games like those, Pepe should be played on the right hand side where he can put crosses into the box, where he doesn't have to cut in and look more as a fraud. That's why I'm saying that a change of formation is there to protect the players so you can get the results.
All right.
The
Yeah, that's
problem,
a good
the
thing. So let
problem
me run
with
through the
Pep,
last comment before I close up. If any other team had Pepe, they'd play him as much as they could. Any other manager would have getting a good goal return. Okay, it might not be 70 million, but give the guy a chance to show his value. Exactly, I agree. So people,
Yeah.
thank you very much. People, we ran through a few details in regards to the football. How terrible we're playing right now. How poor the season is going, and we're not good. Arsenal football, we're just not good. So we're gonna play against a team that's on the rise in good form, and Arsenal. For me, guys, let's do the last thing. Let's run our predictions. What do you say, Delano? Prediction for this game?
I'm being realistic, so I'm going to say Chelsea 3, Arsenal 2.
Ooh. Beyond the post, what do you think?
there's nothing to lose, so I will go for a 2-1 to Arsenal. I think we can nick it. They may score first, but we'll do the comeback like we did in the FA Cup final.
Yeah, that's good. I am definitely saying that the last time we played Chelsea was on the Lampard. We did beat them, but they did have had a few chances to have won the game as well. But I'm saying that because Arsenal don't have anything to lose, because we're in a position where our back is against the wall, this is the time where Arsenal tend to turn up when we have nothing to play for. And I think that we might nick this one as well. It's going to be a close game. I am saying Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. And it might turn on and bite me. People, thank you very much for tuning
I
in.
don't know how I predicted 2 because Chelsea don't concede goals.
Yeah, never concede goals. Smash the like button, and I would really appreciate you guys. Share the content, and guess what? Thank you very much, Military Guna. Thank you, Beyond the Post, for coming on. Go and subscribe to Military to Beyond the Post. Definitely link will be in the pinned comment, also in the description. Go also and check out the DG's football. You can go there. Great football content for all Arsenal game and also football in general. These guys know football. So people, the link will be in the description and also in the pinned comment. Smash that like button before you go, people. Go and subscribe. Lot of respect, Military Guna TV. And thank you guys for coming on. We're out.